Hello everyone, this is Julian from Kanen Coffee, and today we have a Andreja Premium that's in the shop, and it had came in for quite a few, we did quite a bit of work on this machine. Starting off, the machine was completely clogged, and we had recently replaced the pump last year. Going inside, I did see the pump was still from 2022, so it was a very, very recent pump change, and it was just completely clogged. Now, I kept doing a little bit of research after the fact, just troubleshooting, just to see what was clogging it, because a new pump shouldn't have died out after a year. And after looking inside your boiler, and we have a little contraption that actually pulls water from the boiler out. It's just a vibratory pump on a few switches and wires, and I took off the water level probe, completely off, put the hose into the boiler because it's hard to really see what's inside the boiler, and I ran it. And as I ran it, there was a lot of sediment and like flakes of scale coming out. And so I do have a photo here. Pretty much kind of to show you some of the work we had to do is we had to open the boiler completely, the one boiler that's in there for the steam, and flush it all out. Now, once we did that, I do have a photo here. As you can see, all of that is flakes and minerals that were built up. This is from the first flush. There's definitely more flushes. We spent a few hours on it. But all of that was clogged into the machine. As you can see, it almost looks like gravel. It's really big pieces too. And yeah, it was really, really bad. That was all inside of your boiler, and that was what was inevitably inside of the water pump. And so what I did is we took it out completely. We replaced the air valve on this machine. And since it was a new pump, I went with the compressor and tried to unclog it, which I was successfully able to do. I don't know if I got all of it out. We did descale this machine, so hopefully it broke a lot of it down that was inside of the pipes and stuff like that. But I did compress it a lot, and it finally gave up and it shot a lot of it out. So I didn't have to replace the pump. I just had to service it, put a new air valve on it, and then we went from that to a tune-up. Also had to clean your heating element by hand too, just to make sure it didn't break. But even after putting these together in the machine after the fact, it did not break, and so we're good there. But I descaled the machine, then did a complete tune-up on the machine, and besides that, I believe that's all we did to this machine was just those cleaning features. But it just took quite a while, just because of all the sediment that was inside of the boiler and having to hand scrape it. Also trying to flush it out with the machine, the boiler not being outside of the machine. There's a few ways of doing it. The way we ended up doing it was just putting a high pressurized hose in there and turning on our water line while there's a hole at the bottom, because the heating element's at the bottom, so you couldn't screw it off. While it was off, so water could go out and not get inside of the rest of the machine. And so there's a little vent at the bottom. But after all the work, all the detailing, we finally got this machine up and running, and it looks great, runs amazing. And so we're going to test it real quick with this shot that we have prepared. I did have to put a spacer on the group head just because the gasket and the wear pattern of the grooves are starting to shave off, so I did put a spacer in there. But let me grab a glass. Now don't worry if the shot runs a little too fast or a little too slow. I don't calibrate the grinder at all, so the grinds might be a little too coarse or a little too fine. Yeah, we're pushing 6 bars, so could have went finer. It's going up there. Yeah, it's not going to be the greatest of shots, but we're just testing if water gets to the group head, which does. This wouldn't happen earlier. I did clean your water level probe when I took it out, and I also that's what I did. I replaced a vacuum release valve. Or at least serviced it, because I took it off for to fit the hose in. So I put a new gasket in there. It should be fine, but not the worst shot. We're just wanting to see if water comes out, and if it's hot, which it is, showing that heating element's still running good. As you can see, you got a nice steady stream of water out the group head. Deep clean your steam wand, because there was a lot of milk buildup in there, so it should run really well. As you can see, runs amazing. Really, really powerful steam. And so that's all good. And then lastly, just to show hot water, we're going to turn it on, and it's going to run. Yeah, That's about it for this repair. If you like this video or any of our other videos on our channel, leave a like, subscribe, and hit the bell. Thanks for watching.